Chapter 32. A Singing Pig. The sectional tournament was held in a Shriner's meeting hall. I didn't know what a Shriner was, but according to Cliff, they are people who wear funny hats. There must have been more than 60 bridge tables set up in neat rows. I don't think I saw any Shriners, just a lot of bridge players, and a few of them wore funny hats. Bridge gibberish was coming at me from every corner of the room. After going into the tank for 10 minutes, he leads a club, giving the declarer a slough and rough. Then, in the post-mortem, he asked me if there was something he could have done differently. Yes, I tell him, play any other card. We made our way to the long director's table. There were 3 directors, 2 men and a woman, all wearing matching purple shirts with the ACBL logo printed on the front pocket. Trapp gave me his wallet and I paid for his entry. "This is Lester Trapp," said Gloria. I spoke to a Harvey Wilfolk about a special table. One of the male directors looked up for the first time. "What kind of special? Is he blind?" "Very astute," said my uncle. "I'll take this," said the woman director. "Welcome, Mr. Trapp. We have you in Section B, Table 7. She took back the entry form that the other director had handed me and handed me a different one, with 7B marked on it. "Yours Cardturner?" I said I was. "You understand that you are just to tell him what cards are in his hand? You are not to tell him what cards have already been played, or in any way suggest what card he should play?" "Sorry, Trapp," I said. "They won't let me tell you what card to play." "I'll manage somehow," said my uncle. People stopped and stared at us, as we made our way to our assigned table. "Can't be any worse than the partner I had this morning," I heard someone say with a laugh. "Just you wait," I thought. "We're gonna kick your ass." This was the 3rd day of a 4-day tournament. At a bridge tournament, there are separate events each day, unlike, say, at my sister's soccer tournament, where there's just one winner. Trapp and Gloria would be playing in a 2-session pairs game. There had been other events on Thursday and Friday, and there will be something new on Sunday. Judging by the zombie-like expressions on most of the faces in the room, I guessed that many of them had played every day, 2 or 3 sessions each day. We settled into 7B, where 2 women were already seated east-west. They were well-dressed, with brightly colored blouses and linen jackets. Gloria explained our situation to them. "It's wonderful he's still able to enjoy the game," said East. She had a round face and wore big round glasses. "You're such a dear to help out your uncle," said West. She also wore glasses, and had one of those jeweled strands that went around her neck, connected to either side of the frames. They came off all sweet and friendly, but don't let the kindly old grandmother act fool you. They smelled blood. What better way to begin a tournament than with a couple of top boards off a blind guy? Unlike at the club, we didn't shuffle and deal. Instead, we sorted the deck into suits. A caddy came around and passed out hand records. There were 3 caddies, 2 girls and a boy, all about Leslie's age. A hand record is a sheet of paper with a bridge diagram on it, indicating which cards should be in which hand. We had boards 13 and 14, and the hand records for those boards. Each of us took a suit. I took the clubs and distributed them as indicated on the hand record. Naturally, we didn't play those 2 boards. A director, speaking through a microphone, instructed us to pass the boards lower, skipping a table. I took the boards to table 5, and we got our 2 new boards from table 9. I found out the reason for hand records later. When the session was over, you could pick up a sheet of paper showing the hand records for every single board. If you don't know why bridge players would want this, then you haven't been paying attention. Besides actually playing bridge, their favorite thing to do is talk about hands already played. That's what their bridge gibberish is all about. The game got underway. I removed the south hand from board 17, then led Trapp to a nearby corner. "So you just told him all his cards?" East asked when we returned. "And he's going to remember them?" asked Wes. "You can ask me," my uncle said. "Despite my lack of eyesight, I can hear and speak." "Pass," said Gloria as she set a green pass card on the table. "Are we supposed to say our bids out loud?" asked East. "It would be helpful," said Trapp. "1 heart," she said, but then set the 1 spade card on the table. Gloria pointed out the discrepancy, and the woman apologized, complaining about how confusing it was to have to say a bid out loud when using bidding boxes. "Do you want to call the director?" she asked. "Just make the bid you want to make," said Gloria. 1 spade. The woman said, keeping the bidding card on the table. 2 clubs, said Trapp. I placed the bid on the table. The final contract was 3. No trump doubled, and Trapp was a declarer. He made it by squeezing East. He didn't actually grab East and squeeze her. Gloria explained it to me later at dinner, using the sheet of hand records. For reasons that will soon be clear, it's best for me to explain it to you now. This was the situation with 3 cards left to play. Trap needed to win the rest of the tricks to make his contract. Trap had won the previous trick, so he was on lead. I couldn't see all 4 hands, of course, just Trap's in the dummy hand. My guess had been that he would lead the 2 of hearts, hoping to finesse West's queen. As you can see, that wouldn't have worked, since East was the lady who had actually had the queen of hearts. 2 of clubs, he said, and I set the card on the table. Nobody else had any clubs, so the lowly deuce of clubs would actually win the trick. Meanwhile, everyone else had to make a discard. West discarded the 8 diamonds, and Trap told Gloria to play the 3 spade, and East was squeezed. Whatever card she discarded would cost a trick. If she threw the heart of 8s, Trap would then play the 2 hearts and win the last 2 tricks in the dummy with the king, then the jack of hearts. If instead she threw the spade Q, Trap would win the last 2 tricks with the spade J in his hand, then the high heart and dummy. Either way, East was screwed. The 3-card ending didn't just happen. Trap had planned for it earlier, then carefully set it up that way. Remember, the same hand will eventually be played at every table across the room. At most tables, the person sitting in Trap's seat will try a simple finesse. That play would have failed in this instance. Instead, Trap executed a more complicated maneuver known as a squeeze, allowing him to make his contract. "Why are you explaining it to Alton?" Trap asked Gloria. "He doesn't understand a thing about bridge." "He knows more than you think," said Gloria. I remained silent. Back at the bridge table, Trap had made his contract, and East and West were arguing. "What did you double for?" asked West, the round-faced one. "What does it matter?" asked your partner. "No one else will make 3 no trump. If he could seen the dummy, he would have taken the heart finesse like everyone else. We were fixed." Normally, Trap would just sit back and let the opponents argue, but I think he was offended by her use of the word fixed. She had just called him stupid and lucky. Worse, she blamed his supposedly lucky play on his blindness. "Why would I take the heart finesse when I know you have the queen?" he asked. West admonished her partner to hold her hand back. "He can't see my cards," East exclaimed. "The kid can see," said West. "There's something funny going on between them." "Now hold on," warned Gloria. He said he knew she had the queen of hearts," said West. Gloria glared at her. "He knew she had the queen because she opened the bidding. You had already shown up with the king and jack of diamonds." "Don't bother," Trap said to Gloria. "Never try to teach a pig to sing. It just irritates the pig." "Director!" yelled East, waving her arm in the air. When a director arrived, East accused Trap of calling her partner a pig. "I most certainly did not," said my uncle. "Now he's lying about it," said West. "She had accused me of somehow peeking at her partner's hand," said Trap, "possibly in collusion with Alton. My partner tried to explain my line of play, but I told her not to bother. I knew such an effort would be as useless as trying to teach a pig to sing." "You heard him," West exclaimed. "My partner was not trying to teach you to sing, madam," said Trap. "Ergo, I did not call you a pig." The director penalized both pairs, East-West for accusing Trap of cheating, and North-South for calling an opponent, for comparing an opponent to a pig. Throughout it all, I kept my expression blank, but I had to bite the inside of my cheeks to keep from laughing. The director told us to go on to the next hand and advised everyone to treat the other players with respect. "This is a zero-tolerance tournament." "Well, it's very distracting when we have to keep saying every card out loud," complained East. "I'm sorry my partner's blindness makes life so difficult for you," said Gloria.